Yes, YouTube. It has been a while. It's been a difficult few months, being honest. But I've planned this video. I've planned to do it several times over the last couple of months. As you are probably all aware, it's been probably 7 or 8 months at least since my last video. And the last video was just before my show. I was just about to compete the end of September. The last video I posted was in and around that time, which was centered around my photo shoot, which was the end of August. This video, I suppose, is an opportunity for me to reflect on the show as a whole, I suppose, and to explain where where my journey is going over the next couple of months. And I suppose the reason, why this has been difficult is the fact that I've decided to step away from natural bodybuilding, change direction or pivot slightly towards some, I suppose, performance-based goals that you had in the back of my mind for a while, or I thought I would have achieved by now and haven't. It's time for me to place more emphasis on them, try out some new things and fit some other things into my life that I haven't really been able to. Why I struggled with the concept of this video was how I was going to go about it, because I don't want people thinking that bodybuilding deserves a bad rap out of this, because I absolutely loved my time bodybuilding and I have absolutely no negative feelings towards it. It was probably one of the best things I ever did. It's something that taught me so much about myself, what I'm capable of. If it wasn't for physique development, bodybuilding, I probably wouldn't even have this business, this YouTube page. Everything, where I am now today is because of physique development, essentially. I would probably be somewhere different if that didn't happen. And it's helped me perform at a higher level than I ever thought possible. It's helped me, do countless things. I've obviously got bigger, got stronger, all that jazz that comes with the territory. But I've also got more confident in my ability to follow through with a plan, more disciplined in my ability to control the controllables. Where I struggled was post-show with that, which is, it's normal and a lot of people experience it, that small little inkling you have with that lack of direction and that lack of, I'm somebody who needs pressure and time-sensitive tasks. I'm sure lots of people watching this, they'll be the same. For me to fully focus and commit to a task, there usually needs to be some sort of a timeline there for me to really kind of lock in and focus on that. After bodybuilding, all of this pressure, all of this emphasis on timelines, on certain things, sort of left the chat slightly for me, and I found it much harder to stick to my initial principles. And I realized that there were certain things that I really wanted to start trying. So what I did was I stuck through the recovery phase, because I do think that has its place. And I'm really lucky that I had somebody as experienced as Mike, with me pretty much every step of the way, because I'm not the easiest person to deal with when I'm stressed as well. It does take quite a patient person to, I suppose, listen and adapt things to. So it was really good to have him in my corner. The purpose of the recovery phase is to allow yourself to get back to a somewhat normal routine when it comes to your nutrition, to build things back up, to get more comfortable with eating more and trying to hold appetite and understand your hunger signaling, and that just because you're hungry doesn't always mean you need to eat. Before the show, you're very much focused on, I could eat that, but that's going to take away from what I bring to stage. After stage, all that goes away. You're not even thinking about that. You're just thinking, well, look, I could have that cookie and nothing will happen. I might not look as good tomorrow. You also start to see things in the mirror. You have a slightly distorted image of yourself when you're on stage versus, a couple of weeks post-show, where you're obviously fuller. You're nowhere near as diced as you were, and that can be quite challenging in your mind to accept as well. You're definitely not receiving the same amount of validation online that you used to. Anyone who's competed before went through similar processes, a period during your prep where everybody's picking you up, people reacting to your stories, messaging you, you're getting a lot of attention, and then after your show you're probably going to see a big drop off in that, a big drop off in overall interest, because all the people who've been following you are a little bit less interested post-show because they've seen you finally get to that point where you're on stage. But more importantly, I wanted to focus on the positive things that I got from my bodybuilding journey, that I believe if most people, I think 90% of people embarked on somewhat of a physique development, even if it's not bodybuilding, a journey where you have a period of time where you focus on, you know, hypertrophy focused training, where you are looking to build a sufficient amount of lean muscle mass, just a small period of time, doesn't have to be acting crazy. You get a lot more familiar and knowledgeable on things like your nutrition. You know, with bodybuilders, you know, they'll get a lot of stick for certain things, but if you really want to look at things bluntly and, you know, be honest about it, bodybuilders have probably some of the best nutritional habits out there. They eat like adults, they have a very structured diet. The diets are usually quite rich in micronutrients, they're really good macronutrient splits usually. Yes, they might be on the higher end of protein, which is absolutely fine for most people, maybe slightly higher for the average person, but in the grand scheme of things, they're doing quite well. In terms of their training, this is where they really hold their own from an execution point of view, a knowledge point of view in terms of exercises, biomechanics. They're in a league of their own compared to a lot of people, and in gyms, bodybuilders who are well versed in processes, especially bodybuilders who have had their own coach, which thankfully is a lot of bodybuilders, they'll be quite knowledgeable on this and will probably be in like the top 10 to 20% when it comes to people in the gym, their knowledge of how to complete an exercise, their technique, their execution, their ability to understand exercise intensity, progressive overload, all those important things that you will take later in life with you in the gym and make you a lot more productive and make your training a lot more efficient. So there is a lot to be said for that. Then obviously everything else alongside that, your stress management, your sleep, your recovery principles, bodybuilders will, you know, be quite well versed in all that as well. So there's a lot of positives to take from it. Your ability to follow a plan, your ability to structure things and control the controllables, like I said before. So if you are any bit on the fence about trying out some form of physique development, that is something to really, I suppose, consider, because if you spend a period of time putting on some muscle, learning the ropes of it, you don't have to spend your whole life doing it, but there's a period of time there where you can emphasize it, and, you know, there's a lot of health benefits that come off the back of that. When we look at, you know, lean muscle mass and the benefits that we get, they're pretty endless when it comes to just having more muscle mass on your frame. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of health benefits in terms of just how well your body uses calories. There's going to be benefits from a longevity point of view, a quality of life point of view. Generally speaking, if you can make sure you have a good amount of lean muscle mass as you start to age and you're starting to improve your body composition and get that in a safe and healthy range, you can take that with you then and adapt your training as you see fit, because you've done a lot of the hard work in getting yourself there. So even if you want to pivot, like I am doing now, into say more performance-based tasks, like say with my squats, my deadlifts, my bench, my 5k times, things that I'm going to try and improve, and I suppose set some more impressive baseline numbers for myself and get myself into what I would see as maybe the top 5 to 10% in a lot of these lifts. You know, I can do that now with a really good foundation behind me, and it makes things a lot easier. One of the major reasons for pulling back slightly from bodybuilding is I now have the ability to train jiu-jitsu and other little things that I'm picking up that is going to be, you know, productive in other areas of my life. You can't effectively balance your bodybuilding, say, with jiu-jitsu to the same degree. Yes, you can if you were just wanted to do 2 hypertrophy focus days, say, and some jiu-jitsu, absolutely fine. But to the level I wanted to do it, probably not. So, you know, at the moment, it's training 2 to 3 days a week, 3 to 4, maybe 5 jiu-jitsu sessions a week, with 1 run, 1 interval session, and some sort of steady state zone 2 work on the bike if I have time. And that's working quite well for me at the moment. So that's where my head's at the moment. I am very fulfilled in life right now. There has been an identity shift, absolutely. That comes to the territory when content and your personality is centered around a certain sport and doing a certain thing for so long. It's normal. At the moment, I'm really happy. I'm doing the job I've always wanted to do. I started working in a physiotherapy clinic where I get to see, you know, a multitude of things day to day. I'm getting really good fulfillment, leaving every day happy with what I'm doing, curious about, you know, things that I want to learn about, and I'm getting lots of really good exposure day to day. My coaching business, really happy with that, and, you know, excited to keep on building with that as well. So look, hopefully you are still watching and you are going to, I suppose, enjoy the rest of the video. This video is for me in a lot of ways to mark it as a nice little time capsule in my YouTube for that time when I eventually pushed myself to the point I never thought I'd get to, which was getting to stage, a journey that started 5 or 6 years ago. I actually went and did it, told myself that I could do it, and went and followed through with that, and now here we are. So enjoy the video. Let me know if there's anything you want covered over the next couple of months, and enjoy the show. Peace.
Yes, YouTube, it is show weekend. It's been a while since I put up a vlog. If you're watching this, I have just, well, I'm in the process of uploading the shoot behind the scenes vlog, so that should be up, which you probably saw, which was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So we've just continued to dig past that now, and we are on the final hurdle, which is muscle contest. This is the only show I'll be doing, so we will be looking to get the most out of this and just really kind of enjoy this experience. So I am just in the new rental whip, about to head down to Limerick for registration, polygraph, tan, first coat, all that good stuff. Then over to Cork Airport, or Cork even, just to pick up my girlfriend, and we will head back to Waterford, put the feet up, chill, and we are ready then to go for classic physique, true novice, and ready to do the do. Essentially, this is what it's all been leading up to now. The hard work is done essentially. Now we just enjoy the moment. You know, we don't expect things to be perfect. It's my first show, and it's just, you know, all about, I suppose, as cliche as it is, bringing that, you know, that best package on stage, and just, you know, bringing the best version of myself that I can when I'm up on stage. So it's been a slog. I've been up and down, I suppose, over the past few weeks, but you know, this is what it's all come down to now. So yeah, look, we'll get to Limerick, have my first meal now, which is oats. I've just got posing shots across the mic for this morning, which I will throw somewhere here. Obviously happy enough with how things are, still holding, you know, relatively good tightness. Not spilling, was starting to, maybe you could argue, lose a bit of the waist, and you could maybe, I wouldn't say spilling, but we were starting to kind of lose a little bit of where we wanted to hold tightness in around that ab region. So, and just not looking as tight as you usually would. So we pulled 50 carb yesterday, which kind of has us in a good spot. Obviously Mike has picked out where he wants me body weight and look wise, which was, I think, after one high day, the morning after that was pretty good. 2 meals in, we were kind of where we wanted things to be, in around that 69.5, I think, was our best look. Obviously peak max is in now as a diuretic, which will, you know, help with that as well, and just shifting any water that is there, you know, and drying us out a little bit more. But you know, that is the plan. We have the check-in shots across for this morning. Plan is we'll get this meal in, we have coffee, and then we will head to Limerick. Going to get there a little bit earlier, because I'm just one of those people. I have to be there for 12. I'm going to probably end up getting there for around 11ish, half 11 maybe, just to make sure I have everything and I'm organised. Have 2 more rice meals with me, and yes, we'll make that trip to Cork as well. But we'll keep you updated on the process. There's a few others from Waterford making the trips. I should see a few familiar faces. But yeah, we'll get on the road. I'll get this meal in, and I will chat to you very, very soon. Peace. Yes, people, we are registered. We have got our number in the bag. First coat of tan on, Oompa Loompa edition part 1. So plan of action now is to go find a Starbucks or something where I can get chicken and rice in, and I can get an Americano, which is much needed because I'm starving. It's almost 3 hours since I've eaten, so longer than that, nearly 4 hours, 4 and a bit. So get a meal in, coffee, drive to Cork, meet Taro. Then we will get another meal and possibly another coffee, and then we will get back to Waterford. I'm gonna go to the espresso shop in Cork, the flagship one, pick up a few pods for the coffee machine, which has been getting me through the last few weeks. If you don't have an espresso virtuo, get one because they are goated. Some roasted hazelnut, I think it's called, is the Americano of choice now, because you know a lot of these syrups and stuff they do in coffee shops are full of calories. So when you are dieting or on prep or whatever the case may be, you know, trying to cut out them where you can, where you still get the flavor and no calories basically. You know, get yourself a coffee pod, coffee machine, and save your dollars as well in the long term. You know, if you think about the money you spend buying coffees wherever you go and getting syrups and stuff like that, like a pod costs like 80 cents per pod, I think it is. So no brainer. So we will head on, throw in a few tunes, feeling a bit of maybe Fleetwood Mac or something along those lines. We'll get some tunes on and we will head on the road. So I'll keep you tuned. We will check in. I'll show you my meal, my coffee, and that is that. Peace.
For Australia bound
Back in that mode, 2-3 whole game back in that mode. Back in that bag, I was in with the bros. Wipe a nigga nose like his ass got a cold. Hop out the road, don't nobody gotta know who got the hoes. Fuck what you got, I got the chose. On and off, I'm the one with the bows that got the good nose. Speaking of hoes, I'm really the one that bitch chose. Offset, niggas say he made set, make another one. Lost a bad last year, got another one. Lost a bitch last year, got another one. And another one, and another one. Scrape the rounds on the lamb, got the colorness. Bitch so bad, got me stuttering. Put her on the PJ, the group chat, loving her. Go y'all luggage, the bag in the bucket. What's a meal to a nigga? Spinning shit like I ain't got bills, little nigga. I spin shit, little nigga. What's a meal to a nigga? Don't make me buy you what your deal, little nigga. Special. I put the wide body kid up on a Tesla. Special. Keep it strong, got me feeling like a wrestler. 9 zeros on the left for the decimal. 9 zeros. Perk 10 hitting hard in a Tesla. We can get it fading, nigga. I ain't going back and forth with no duck. We can get it fading. I done gave it down one time, but I ain't never gonna get no fuck. Lost a whole lot last year, but I don't want nothing back with my buck. Said a whole lot last time, but this time I'ma say good luck. Yeah, moonwalking on shit like Mike Ho. Beat it, I ain't never met a bitch I needed. I'm getting money like O4 Jesus. 2 million more up like Peasy. Really the one. These niggas over they done, over and done. Dropping that bullshit, nigga, I need to be punched. 2-3 whole game back in that mode. Back in that bag, I was in with the bros. Wipe a nigga nose like his ass got a cold. Hop out the road, don't nobody gotta know who got the hoes. Fuck what you got, I got the chose. On and off, I'm the one with the bows that got the good nose. Speaking of hoes, I'm really the one that bitch chose. 2-3 whole game back in that mode. Back in that bag, I was in with the bros. Wipe a nigga nose like his ass got a cold. Hop out the road, don't nobody gotta know who got the hoes. Fuck what you got, I got the chose. On and off, I'm the one with the bows that got the good nose. Speaking of hoes, I'm really the one that bitch chose.
Look, back in that mode, back of that road, or the back of the back pouring pint, reminiscing by act. Depending on how I feel, I'm back in the check. And a little problem, we handling that. You know how I feel about rats. Don't really be talking behind nigga back. You know I'm realer than that. Went out to Dubai to eat on the snack. Once I got your bitch, you won't nigga the back. The total I spent on these chrome or hats. I spent on the hat. Look, playing with me, you gon' find out. All type of shooter, they flying out. I put a bitch in timeout. I put her out of my lineup. I put a bitch in a play, I just had to remind her. Too many hoes, can't even keep count. Too many chose, I don't know the amount. Soon I came home, put an M in my mouth. I got a crib in my mouth. I got a crib in my house. Closet so big, like I got a crib in the house. Fuck it, they whispering about 10 mil cash. I got your deal on the couch.
2-3 whole game back in that mode. Back in that bag, I was in with the bros. Wipe a nigga nose like his ass got a cold. Hop out the road, don't nobody gotta know who got the hoes. Fuck what you got, I got the chose. On and off, I'm the one with the bows that got the good nose. Speaking of hoes, I'm really the one that bitch chose. 2-3 whole game back in that mode. Wipe a nigga nose like his ass got a cold. Don't nobody gotta know who got the hoes. Fuck what you got, I got the chose. On and off, I'm the one with the bows that got the good nose. Speaking of hoes, I'm really the one that bitch chose.
Biceps. Relax. Relax. Take a half step towards the square. Hold it. Side chest. Face the rear. One leg back, shorty calf, back upper bicep. Face front, abdominals and thighs. And your favorite classic pose. Thank you, gents. You may file over to Leah and we will continue with your free posing.
Excuse me for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so damn caught in the middle. I've excused you for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so damn caught in the middle. And
Thank you, Castle. Next pose. You may take the second place award and present it to competitor number 10, Castle Hayden. And your winner, number 11, Hayden Noonan. Good stuff. And Caitlin, if you stay there by yourself,